Thanks for joining us for another episode of our Do-It-Yourself inspection series. Today, we're going to take you out to a mid-80s apartment complex. It's got vinyl siding, shingle roofs with no soffit overhangs. It's got clubhouses and carports. We'll see wood trim. We'll see a variety of issues. In today's episode, we're going to talk about landscaping. I know we're normally talking about building envelope, walls, roof, decks, etc. But today we're going to show you some examples of how landscaping can actually be blown up or raked up or too deep against the sides of the building and cause water damage. And so we're going to talk about how it's important to rake it away and keep that good space at the base of your building away from the dirt. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Building Doctor Show with Jens Johansson.
Ponding water around buildings is not good. This is an indication of either that the soil itself is not draining to the footing drain, that's a perforated pipe around your concrete footing, taking that water away, or it's more likely there's a lot of water coming down to this ground tight line, it's called, that goes into an underground system that has a series of pipes that's designed to get water away from the building. Likely this age of building, I would expect that these kind of just fill up with debris. And so it's probably an indication that this is a blocked tight line pipe, given with the other hint that there happens to be an elbow here. So maybe at some point in time, this is blocked, let's put this on, or maybe it was at one time and then they cleaned these out and then they put it back in there. But we still have a couple inches of standing water. So the standing water against the concrete foundation, concrete isn't waterproof, standing water will get that wet, and then you may start seeing some interior base trim get water damaged or wet. You may see some carpet in this corner get a little skanky. So if you start having problems of this resident complaining about water in the corner, it's your exterior footing drains. So more ponding or more puddling. But when you walk through your grass and it's squish, 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 you can see this is just a muddy, and I don't want to damage it by doing any more than that. But you can see the standing water or the lack of drainage. So why is it not draining? Is it so full of water because the below grade foundation drainage system isn't working? Or is it because it was just so much rain? Or is this a clay area? You can start kind of looking around and say, high slope, this kind of turns into a little bit of a bowl. I've got a curb on that side. The only drainage is the sidewalk, and we can see a puddle coming out of this drainage of the sidewalk. And so this whole area is kind of stopped up. You've got a curb on that side, big embankment and hillside, and the parking lot looks like it actually goes up a little bit. So this is going to be a hard one to fix with just adding topsoil or trying to do that. It really needs to be brought into perspective of here's my surrounding area. So site drainage is one of these things to look for when it rained and snowed yesterday. So it's a good thing to just get out, walk around, check it out. One piece about wet sites is that you'll get standing water in the winter but drying out in the summer. So the soil itself will actually slough or compact or even erode. And so when that happens, you'll get solid surface areas not lining up. So here we have concrete stairs and black asphalt kind of as an apron from the parking area. But this is a big deal. This is a 2-inch trip right at the top of the stairs, or it could even be a jarring, it's just that little thing when I'm not expecting it. We need to get this leveled up, tuned up real quick because nobody wants to be tripping going down the stairs here. And so taking a look at your hardscapes real quick, you can see some curbs are offset. We have some root damage maybe from an old tree. This area just needs to be tuned up, and that can be tuned up with the landscaping as well. Okay, so again, walking around and looking at site conditions, we're noticing some earth to siding or earth to wood contact. And so I understand a lot of it's just maintenance related. In the corner, we have leaves that are blown up against it. And then we've got some erosion kind of washing dirt towards it. So this becomes kind of more of this maintenance walk around with a rake, or have your landscaper do that, once or twice a year. Pull the soil away from the wall so that water doesn't roll under and get in contact with the siding and the wood sheathing behind it. And so just like concrete poured up over siding, we've got soil up over siding, and code says keep soil away from wood by 6 inches. We don't know where the wood framing is behind the siding, but probably assume that it's at the base of the siding. But anyway, it's a good idea to walk around with a rake it away, keep it clean, keep it raked up. And speaking of wood trim, here's my chair. You go down to the bottom of this piece, you can see actually it's chunked out. The bottom of that guy is pretty gone, likely too close to the ground and getting wet. So again, more earth to wood contact. Just want to get the dirt away. So take your rake and clean that out, scrape it away, let the water flow away. Here's that concrete coming up and over the siding, and again, why we need to roll into the door so we have accessibility things. But we've got soil to wall or soil to base of wall connection, so this needs to be swept away or raked away and cleaned up, protecting the bottom of the wall. Hey, thanks for watching this episode. Hopefully you picked up some tips and tricks on how to identify and avoid water damage on your building. I know this was a great 80s looking building, but if you follow our channel, you'll see all sorts of different buildings where we look at stucco and other types of siding, brick, windows. Check it out. Thanks for watching.